You have three corners that they're completely different. So I think it's going to be very interesting to race here. We are about to do our first qualifier run ever, so everyone is running very fast lap time. So definitely it's going to have a lot of grip between the setup for qualify, between the fresh racetrack. So let's see what we got here. But overall, we have a very fast 19 average Toyota Camry.
Good luck.
Ryan Sieg, see, working through the turn there, just a bit up off that yellow line. You know, people compare this, as Sieg finished his lap in the top 10, that's 7th fastest. People compare this track a lot to Indy, but Indy's just so much more narrow, and I think more line sensitive. You can go up the groove, a groove or so here at Pocono and still make decent time. At Indy, if you miss a...
His long hair kept falling down in front of his face during the race. So he cut it all off so it would quit falling in his face.
How about his driving style, Larry? An underdog, perhaps. Does he have a legit shot to win here today?
Well, I look at what he has quietly done of late. 4 consecutive top 10 finishes, including that almost win at Talladega. But outside of a guy that's never ran Cup or, of course, Xfinity Series here, he's kind of been the king of Pocono. He has 4 starts in the ARCA Series. He has a win in 2012, 4 top 5s, 3 out of 4 poles, and he's the track record holder for that series. So he absolutely, I know he didn't qualify where he would have wanted to, 13th. He's got to do some work, but he definitely knows his way around this track.
We mentioned earlier Joe Gibbs' race.
Great job on the bottom.
Where is the best place to pass, Danica?
Probably into turn 1 is definitely is a good place to pass. Into turn 2, you definitely get runs off of 2, but again, it's just so hard to be side by side with somebody through such a fast corner. So I'd say probably into 1.
Ryan Sieg has made significant contact with the outside wall. You could see some of the rear end hanging down on that 39 car. He'll have to come to pit road.
Tough break for him. Top 15 a week ago, Charlotte Motor Speedway.
See if we can see what happens. Brennan Poole in the middle. You talked about it being 1 lane. That was an attempt to make it 3 wide, and that didn't work so well.
Yeah, the 48 got loose down there, and there's not a lot of room when you're 3 wide. So.
Oh, and then Ryan Reed runs into Ryan Sieg and puts Sieg into the outside wall. That small independent team, they do such a great job of maximizing their resources, and that's a tough break for him. Nothing that Sieg did wrong. He just got hit by another car.
Sieg did make a trip down pit road. We'll see if they can get the damage fixed and maybe not lose a...
2 spots to 11th, and 2 other playoff contenders clashed on the track and in the garage. This is on a restart at lap 24. Ryan Reed makes contact with another Ryan Sieg. That sends Sieg into the wall in the 39. Reed later crashed out of the race, but Sieg was still frustrated with driver 16 and confronted him in the Pocono garage. Look at that. That led to a physical altercation between both drivers, and both had opinions.
He obviously does nothing wrong, you know what I mean? I guess he's just brain dead or stupid. I don't know which one. Probably both. I tried to talk to him, but there is no talking to him. He wouldn't get through, you know what I mean? And I figured he'd say, you know, I apologize or whatever, but no, he didn't say that. And just, it escalated, and then he wouldn't shut his mouth, so I figured I'd shut it for him, but none of his pit guys would let me do it.
Case, and if we sometimes we just show sound bites and we say, oh, this is what's going on, or what. There's more to this story. You've got Roush Racing with Ryan Reed in that 16 car. You got Ryan Sieg, basically an independent. He owns his own car. His family does. They work on it. There's only 4 or 5 guys that work on the car. More of an independent style racer. And he takes that car was his Michigan car. He made the comments, that's my Michigan car. So there's more frustration there than just getting run into on the racetrack. There's the frustration of a high-dollar team racing an independent style team, going at it on the racetrack for the same position. They're fighting for that last place in the chase points. If you look at it, I think one's 11th and one's 12th or 13th right there. They're fighting for that. The disparity between what one team has and what another team doesn't, how they drive on the racetrack, that's a part of it. But I think a lot of it is the financial implications to the Ryan Sieg team and coming out and having to go to Michigan, maybe with what they feel like is not their best stuff because of the position that he feels like Ryan Reed put him in.
And to be fair, not that Ryan Reed has any less passion, but when your financial interest, your dollars, like you said, that's his Michigan car, how will that affect the race or these 2 drivers in that race this weekend?
Well, obviously, Jack Roush just goes back and gets another card. That's the way they race. I'm sorry. Ryan Sieg has to go back, and his 4 or 5 guys have to bust their butts to get something ready to even take up there. So he's behind when he gets there. I feel for a team like that. You feel for a guy that's struggling to put himself in a race, to get his name out there and do it. So I think that is a little bit of that bubble up, that passion that we see. But at the same time, they're really two really good race car drivers with a good future, and we're going to have these flare-ups. We've seen it in the past with great race car drivers. You're going to see it with these type of drivers too.
Let's see if the battle of the Ryans continues.
Contact, and then this. A brawl between the teams, the drivers, a little fisticuff there, some punches thrown. It's all the buzz right now, Adam, but so far we have not heard of any penalties. We'll see if any come down from that.